Om Shanti. So life is a journey. We have been traveling cycle after cycle. At least in this cycle, nearly 5,000 years. So, especially in this 84th birth, we have double experience. Before Gyan, the experience of the life was something different. And after Gyan, the journey has become most of the time easier. So before Gyan, it was a rough road. In Kali Yuga, the roads are very rough. And naturally, the vehicle, the body, is different with different people. Some people may have BMW, very healthy body, and some people may have old model car, used a lot, and so health problem. Some people have good body. They can run fast. Even the age of 70, they may be running fast and doing all sorts of jobs. And some people, even at the age of 20, will say, oh, I got backache, I got arthritis, I have tumor here and there. So the car is old. Most of us have old car. Kali Yuga body, Tamo Pradhan body. So old car giving trouble. Every now and then it needs repair. And roads are rough. Kali Yuga life, the roads are rough. No health problem, wealth problem, relationship problem, social problem, political problem, all sorts of problems. So the roads are rough. Now Baba is giving us the society is getting modernized. So everywhere there are highways, motorways and highways, where you can go very fast, isn't it? Whereas if the roads are small and the day by day the traffic is increasing, the number of cars increasing, the number of population increasing, and so naturally you need to be on highway. If you are driving, you need to have a little bit good car. Otherwise, if you stop, there are no people, nobody to help, everybody is going so fast. No petrol station for a long distance. So you need to fill your car full before you go on a long journey. See, the car's condition is very good. The brake is all right. Otherwise, if you stop on the highway, no help, and everybody is in hurry, no mechanic, nothing. You have to wait for a long time, and if you stop in the middle of the road suddenly, that can be crash. 1 car, 2 car, 3 cars, Sometimes 7, 8 cars crashing with each other. And that's what we need to be: good driver, courageous driver. To go on the highway, drive on the highway, we need to be courageous driver. And we need good car. And luckily, we have a very good mechanic. Bab, Dada are our mechanics. And we call them, and they come in no time. Otherwise, NRMA or any service, you have to wait for hours. Especially if the weather is not good and many accidents, many places because of slippery roads. Sometimes you have to wait for a few hours to get the mechanic. And naturally you get exhausted and stressed. Whereas our mechanic is, people think God is omnipresent and we experience God omnipresent, isn't it? You experience Baba's company all the time? How many experience Baba's company all the time? And how many people feel that whenever they need, yes, Baba is there. So we need to maintain such a good relationship with Baba, our companion, our mechanic, so that whenever there is little bit trouble, we can immediately call on him, rely on him, get help and get moving. So that's the nice thing about this Jnani life. That Baba is helping us with guidance. And he is filling the petrol. He has given us the yukti to fill in the petrol all the time. Because just as without petrol or gas, car can't move. So Baba has given us this yoga power, which helps us to keep on moving. So more we have refined petrol, more we have yoga power, easier for us to cruise on this highway smoothly. Because problems everybody has. Is there anybody who doesn't have any problem in life? Even coming here you must have faced so many problems, isn't it? Madhuban trip, get passport, get visa, get exchange. And also nowadays, unless you book your ticket 6 months in advance, you don't get. So if somebody suddenly decides, okay, I want to go to Madhuban, problem. You can't get booking. How many found difficult to get the booking at the right time? Anybody found difficult? It's good in February, March, but December, January, you can't even get booking unless you're booked 6 or 8 months in advance. So Problems are there everywhere, and first problem starts when you become a Brahman. How many people had to face problems from Lokik relatives, friends, relationship, because of coming to class, because you became vegetarian, because you decided you want to be celibate, because you decided you don't want to join with your husband in his parties and in his lifestyle. So problems start first as soon as we come to Baba. And unless we have that real faith that this is truth, this is the God whom I was searching, this is the way I will become happy, this is the way to receive peace, happiness in my life. Unless we had that real faith and received some power from Baba, we would have said, goodbye, Baba, this is not easy. We would have said, Baba, I would rather have peaceful life, no opposition, because opposition starts as soon as we come to Baba. So, first you need that courage and faith to face whatever opposition you have. And love of Baba and the initial whatever love, strength, peace, happiness we received from Baba, we said, yes, Baba, I don't mind facing all these obstacles. Because many people, as I think about 60% of you had to face some opposition. If not from husband, maybe children. If not husband and children, maybe friends. If not friends, the society, or why you have to go every day, every morning, you don't look after your children. So all sorts of complaint and blame and excuse and trying to stop you from leading a different lifestyle, because the lifestyle is different. Kali-yugi people are all materialistic, and we few Brahmins, we are spiritual and intoxicated with Baba and Baba's love, peace, happiness, strength. And so there is lots of opposition from other people. But as I said, if we have Baba's company, if we take Baba's guidance as a mechanic, taking his help, and we keep on filling that petrol of yoga power, then we will be okay. So, Baba today also was saying that in order to be free from obstacles, we have to be taught. So as much as we are soul conscious, we can remember Baba the dot. And as we remember Baba the point, we are able to receive that strength. And then third dot we have to use is full stop to the past. So if we use these three dots, then we are able to overcome those obstacles. So this first lesson we have to really make very pakka, being soul conscious. Second, we need to remember Baba not only when we are in trouble, but we remember Baba powerfully at Amrit Vela. And keep on storing those powers so that whenever, whichever power is necessary, we are able to use. Not that when we are in difficulty, we'll say, oh Baba, please give me courage, or oh Baba, please give me the strength to face this opposition. No. If we keep Baba as our companion, then whatever test papers come in front of us, we'll be able to pass. Because Maya will come in variety ways. But when Maya comes, Maya is also very clever. What she will do is first cut our link with Baba. It's like when thief come, what they do is first disconnect your telephone line or disconnect or your electric supply so that in darkness you can't see them. And that's what Maya does, is disconnects our line with Baba so that Baba cannot help us. So when thief comes, what we need to do is take help from police. No, people dial 000. Most of the countries, no, police number is, emergency number is 3 zeros. So we need to have these zeros with us all the time, and then we'll have Baba's help. Because when thief comes, if somebody will be very hospitable and start saying, come on, come and have a cup of tea, let's have toli and tea. Will you do like that? Huh? What you will do is call the police, or if you have stick in your house or gun in the house or knife in the house, you'll try to chase him away somehow or other. No, even by screaming, you know that if you start screaming, the thieves may be scared. So, no, to offer toli and chai means to entertain impure negative thoughts. And that's what we have to be careful not to entertain negative, impure thoughts or conversation. Because many times, many questions arise, what, why, how, etc. And that is subtle form of Maya. Why everything is going wrong with me? Now sometimes you'll start comparing yourself with your other Brahman friends and say, oh, but her husband is cooperative and how come my husband is not so cooperative? Their children are so nice. They don't demand non-vegetarian food. And how come my family is demanding? So sometimes you ask all these questions, what and why and how and all. But Baba says, chase away those negative thoughts, questions. Remain observer of drama. That's where you have to see drama and karma, that it is my karma that I got such husband or children or friends or family who are creating obstacles. So if you are stable on that karma, you will be able to give full stop. Okay, my karma, I am clearing my karma, then I won't have so much sorrow. I'll be happy that I'm clearing my past debts of karma. Also, if you are stable on drama, that this is whatever wrong is happening in my life, or whatever children and family is doing something wrong, remain observer. Even if they are blaming Yagya, complaining about Baba, abusing Baba, I had to see I don't take sorrow. And also, I should not have sorrow, no fear, no confusion. Then my intellect will be clear and I will know what is the solution of that situation. Because if our intellect is confused and thinking too much or worried about too much or stressed and tense and uptight, then naturally we can't think clearly. And if we can't think clearly, we can't make decision. If we are afraid, people will try to push you because they know you are afraid. So they will try to push you. And so you have to see that you don't allow such negative thoughts or emotion, because negative emotions is the result of negative thoughts. And so you have to see you don't have negative thoughts, negative emotions. You remain in Baba's company. Because if you remain in Baba's company, you will feel safe. That Baba is there. I am Baba's child. Baba will look after me. And then your mind will be clear and Baba's touching you will be able to catch as what is the solution of the problem rather than thinking about problem. Because if you keep on thinking about problem, you don't get solution. So you have to think about solution and Baba will help you. So Maya can come in variety forms. Opposition, wealth problem, if people had too much money, then also problem, isn't it? Everybody will come, your friends and relatives will come. Can you lend me some money? And sometimes there is, because you don't have much position, but sometimes people who have position, their own family member kill them, poison them. So if you have too much money, then also problem. If you don't have money, then also problem. But you have heard Yagya's history. At one stage in Yagya where there were 300 people, There was no money, no atta flour for chapati. Vegetables also not for a long time. They never had vegetables. No, many times they used to have vegetables, just small potatoes. Even in that, they used to buy, small potatoes, cheapest potatoes. Or in the bakery part, Brahma Baba used to take them for a walk so that they can pluck the fruits from the trees and no breakfast. And at one stage, there was no atta. But Brahma Baba didn't worry. In the morning, the cook came and told cashier, I want money, no flour for chapati. So cashier came to Baba and said, Baba, no money, no chapati atta, what to do? And Baba kept quiet. Okay, wait until 10 o'clock when the post arrives. And fortunately, that day in post, they got some money order, they got money, because here you can't buy atta flour ready-made. You have to buy wheat, get it ground, make chapati, and to everybody's. Nobody knew what was happening in Yagya. And right time the bell rang and everybody had meal. So Baba never worried about anything, whether it was opposition, because what used to happen is early days, there was a lot of opposition, especially in Punjab. Because many Kumaris came to Gyan, and so parents of those Kumaris were so upset. And Punjab, the people are a bit violent, aggressive. So in Amritsar once Mama was there. A crowd of hundreds of people came, knocking the door. So the sisters in the center, what they did is they locked the gate of center. But crowd was no less. They kept on banging the door until the gate gave way. And they rushed in. So when the sisters saw the crowd coming in, they said, okay, please select 5 members of you who can be the delegate and who can see Mama. So 5 of them came. So they were taken to Mama's room, and Mama was sitting in her room meditating. So these 5 people came and sat in front of Mama, sitting in meditation silence. And they had experienced that this is Goddess, the real mother. And everybody kept quiet. Nobody could speak anything. And at the end of 10 minutes, the crowd was waiting outside. They were supposed to be the delegates. And they could not, even until the end of their meeting, they could not speak anything. They just bowed down in front of Mama, joined hands, and went away. And after going out, they say, these Brahma Kumaris are not good, but their Mama is a real Goddess. So many times, people wanted to kill Brahma Baba or they came for opposition. And as soon as they came in front of Mama Baba, by seeing their yoga power or by seeing Brahma Baba's fatherly love, they melted instantly, they changed their motive of killing, they went away. So what I mean to say is, when there is any opposition, suppose your family members are shouting and screaming and all, what is your reaction? You have to watch. If they are shouting and you start shouting, then finished. Huh? You have defamed Baba's name. Because they'll say, oh, you are God's children. You are saying Om Shanti. Are you peaceful? What is your Baba teaching? So as soon as you get angry, whatever reason, whether something goes wrong in your family, whether something is broken, something is lost, something is missing, if you get angry or shout, that's it. You have done disservice. Or if you have fear, then also they will try to push you more. And that's where we have to increase our yoga power so much that our journey is going on all the time. We don't need to stop. Because in one of the Murlis, Baba gave the definition of Maharathi. Definition of Maharathi means whatever opposition comes, they don't even stop for 1 second, they jump that, even the high wall of obstacle. Because even in some of the races, nowadays, obstacle races, there are a variety of obstacles. And who will be the winner? Who keeps on going, crossing all the obstacles. So what we need is that strength, courage, strength, and immediate touching as what's to do and keep on going rather than thinking what, why, how am I going to do, what is going to happen. All this question is lack of faith in Baba and Brahma. But Maharathis, they have company of Baba, faith, and they have courage to keep on going. Then the horse riders, the second stage is horse riders, who, if there is opposition, they stop for few minutes and then keep on going. And the third stage is foot soldiers. As soon as opposition comes, they back out, start going, retreating. And that's what we had to see, that nothing should stop us, neither we should even think of giving up Gyan. Giving up Gyan, giving up principles, whatever may happen. Never think of returning back to Kali Yugi life. Because now we have tasted what's the joy of confluence age. How much Baba is giving us. We know this is truth. We know this is the source of love, peace, happiness for 21 births. So why should we go even half-hearted? Not you do something to please your Lokik, something is okay, Brahman life, okay, until this percentage, but after that, no, I can't do. No. Full speed and 100%. Follow Baba's direction 100%. Not 50, 60%, otherwise naturally you will be in the second class of horse riders. So, as we become knowledgeful, because knowledge is there. Intellectually, we all have understood knowledge. Now what we need to do is become the power, Shakti. Our memorial are Shiv Shaktis, isn't it? So Shakti we will receive, the power we will receive through Jnana and Yoga. Because if we are stable on drama, karma, and looking everything with this Baba's vision, then we will get that strength from knowledge. But if it is intellectual knowledge only, then what will happen? Then we know the drama repeats identically every 5,000 years. Satyuga is like this, Treta is like this, Copper Age is like that, Iron Age is like that. We can give course to anybody about drama. But when something goes wrong in our life, we say, why? How? When? Etc. So when we have that point, we become power of knowledge, Shakti, then what will happen? We will be able to be so strong that we won't be affected by any situation, and we will keep on going. The speed of the car will be 100 all the time. Not stop and start. Because if you stop and start, it takes long time and consumes more petrol. But if you keep on going, it's fine. But main thing we have to see that our brake is also powerful. Not only accelerator powerful. Because what happens? Our thoughts, we think so much. Too much thinking. Wasteful thoughts. Whereas, if we have few thoughts, powerful thoughts, it will be success. So not think that we should not have obstacle in our life. Never think that we should not have obstacles. Once we are holding Baba's hand, our path should become clear. No. Our past karma will always, we have to settle them in this life. And so there may be health problem, wealth problems, relationship problem, no doubt. But then, if we deepen our relationship with Baba, then we are receiving strength. And then we are not stopping. So, So we have to be knowledgeable about health also, that we have balanced life. That for body we give enough balanced nutrition. We need to have proper 5-6 hours sleep per day, and we need to also see that if body is sick, we treat it immediately. So Baba says, be knowledgeable about body, look after your body, look after your family, as well as if you are working. How many of you are working Lokik job? More than 50%. So look after job, look after body, look after your family, and look after your spiritual progress. Because in the car, now if all wheels have enough pressure, then the car will move fast. But if the wheels are not balanced, then car will be wobbling and can't move fast, and if there is puncture in one of the tire, it will stop. And hence, we need to have that balanced life so that nobody complains that, oh, you don't look after your children, you don't look after your body, you don't look after your job properly, you are sleepy at job, or you are angry with your family. So neither neglect your family nor allow attachment. Because sometimes some mothers especially have lots of attachment. That's a weakness. Attached to especially children and partner. And that's where we had to see that we are not paying too much attention to our family and neglecting our spiritual study or service. Nor we are neglecting them. Because if the children are young, naturally, you have to look after that. It's your moral, social, spiritual responsibility. But if children are grown up, then let them be independent and not cling around them and do everything for them. Because I remember once one mother in Fiji, she had her own 3 children and couple of nephews were there, all young adults, between 14 and 20. They were staying, 5 children were staying with her. And so she would get up at 4 o'clock, go to sleep at 11 o'clock. But from 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night, she didn't have time to sit in meditation or read Murli, because she had to look after household, she had to look after cooking, cleaning, washing, cleaning the backyard, front yard, helping husband in his business. Then no time for her own self. And that's where we had to see that if children are grown up, share responsibility. And at least take out at least 1 hour for yourself. Half an hour meditation and half an hour Murli. Is there anyone who doesn't take out at least 1 hour per day for themselves? Is there anybody who can't take out 1 hour for themselves per day? No, no. So that's what you have to see, that at least before you start your Lokik job or family responsibility, have your meditation and Murli. Because these are the fuel for our car. If the fuel is not there, car is not going to run. And so, never neglect Murli and study and yoga. Whatever may happen, you have to at least read or listen Murli once a day, 1 Murli a day. And at least 1 good meal per day. Balanced diet. Because sometimes some people say, oh, I didn't have time to cook. I'm happy with carrots and apples, or sandwiches, or crackers. I'm happy with that. No. 1 full meal offered to Baba and having that Brahma Bhojan. Because however busy you are, Dadi used to tell her own story. Once Dadi Janki was sick. And because she was sick, she didn't cook bhojan, she didn't offer to Baba. When Brahma Baba came to know about it, he said, you were sick, but Baba is not sick. Why didn't you cook for Baba and offer to Baba? So she had to ask one of the Pakka Brahman to come and do the cooking for Baba. And naturally, when Brahma Bhojan is cooked, she will eat. So we had to see that we are able to offer 1 good meal to Baba and to this body. So that fuel is also necessary. The physical fuel is also necessary. 1 balanced meal is also necessary. And naturally, minimum 5 hours sleep. Is there anybody who is not able to have 5 hours sleep at night? They are not even able to have 5 hours sleep. Only in Madhuban or at home also, because So try to give at least in 24 hours, at least 5 hours rest to body. Otherwise, the mind will not work. If the brain is deprived of full rest, then the brain will not work. And then you will fall asleep during daytime. And especially if you are working, it's quite disservice, no? If people see that you are meditating, get up early and don't sleep properly and then fall asleep at work, the people will say, what is this? What sort of a person you are, meditator? You can't even concentrate on your work. So it is a disservice, and that's what you have to see, that you maintain balanced diet, balanced life, so that you have enough strength to perform all your responsibilities. And nobody has any complaint against your performance or against your personality. Because it's time for us to reveal Baba. If our stage is not good, if we are not powerful, yogi, if we are worried, tense, uptight, who will believe that you are a yoga is helping you? Then we are not a good example to attract people to Baba. And that's why our dharana should be such, whatever situation, circumstances are there, our dharana of maintaining calmness, peacefulness should be such that people are attracted to Baba. So, Baba is here to help us. It's our duty to take Baba's help and keep on moving so that we are able to win the race. It's a race. Though the destination is high, Baba is giving us strength to be the winners. And if we have that clear aim, I want to become victorious jewel, then not only I should overcome these small obstacles, but I need to be perfect as soon as possible. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, you are welcome.
Om Shanti. I would like to have more knowledge about the role of Brahma Baba in meditation and difference between Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba.
Role of Brahma Baba in meditation, is it? So, is it my relationship with Brahma Baba or how he helps? How he helps. So Bap Dada are working together. So just as in Sakar, sometimes the Murli was given by Brahma Baba, sometimes by Shiv Baba. It was not all the time Shiv Baba speaking the Murli, or even guiding, because whenever we used to go to ask some advice, it's not all the time Shiv Baba is there in Brahma's body. So it's Bap Dada both working together. Even in Sakar, it was sometimes Brahma Baba, sometimes Shiv Baba. And Brahma Baba adopted, means he was like inseparable with Shiv Baba. So now also Bap Dada are together all the time, which means whether it's a guidance, mainly guidance, it's Baba, Brahma Baba can give. Shiv Baba will give strength, because Baba, Shiv Baba is the ocean of all the treasures, unlimited treasures of all powers, knowledge, etc. Whereas Brahma Baba had experience of all physical things, material things, mundane things. So whenever there is that sort of a guidance is needed, naturally it's major role of Bap Dada, both. So Brahma Baba also is guiding and inspiring and giving vision. Because vision, sometimes people have vision of Shiv Baba, sometimes it is Brahma Baba. it's a variety visions nowadays. Some people may have Dadi's visions, some people may have all Brahma Kumaris in white sitting in this big hall. So variety of experiences, variety people have. So because some people are used to have some physical form, light means nothing to them. And so it's part of vision, part of inspiring, part of guiding. No, like touching the intellect of Brahmins as what to do, how to do, etc. So Brahma Baba can play that major role, and many people have shared their experiences that one sister shared her experience on 18th January. She was sharing her experience because she had to cook some toli, and she didn't know how to cook that toli. But she felt when she went in kitchen as if Brahma Baba was guiding her what ingredients to use. And toli came out perfectly without referring to cookbook or anything. So that sort of a thing, no? Because many people have vision, and one sister was saying, I'll share that experience about one sister, because she loves Brahma Baba's picture. So in her meditation she has big translite of Brahma Baba. And so she keeps in that room, and her mother was not in Gyan, but she was staying with mother. So one day mother came to her room, and she wasn't in room, but she saw the translite, and she heard from Baba. So Baba's telling her, don't worry about Janet. Janet is my daughter. So this sort of a vision and giving some experience. There was another sister sharing her experience about on 18th January. We had all sharing of experience. One sister shared her experience that her parents were not in Gyan. She was in Gyan for more than 10-15 years. And her mother was sick, having cancer. Father was a bit hassling mother, not cooperative. So mother complained to daughter that, can you do something with your father? So next morning she was meditating, and in meditation Brahma Baba told her, tell your father to paint my picture. He was artist. So the Brahma Baba said, tell your father to paint my picture. So she told her father, Dad, can you do my favor to me? I got this photo, can you do some painting? So father said, okay, I'll think about it, and after a few days he said, okay, I'll do it. So she had one Brahma Baba's photo, she gave it to him. So so this mother told after a few days to the daughter, your father wakes up at 4 o'clock and talks to the picture. And after 8 days, she saw the pencil drawing and it wasn't so good. So she told, Dad, will you focus on the eyes of Brahma Baba? So after 4 months, he prepared the painting and gave it to her, wrapped nicely, framed and everything, and gave it to her. And it was very beautiful. So, and she asked him, what was your experience, Dad, doing this picture? And he said, I came to know a perfect gentleman. So the thing is, this is how no Baba draws many souls to him and through him to Shiv Baba naturally. So because bhakti we haven't done only of incorporeal. All of us haven't been all the time the devotees of incorporeal Shiva. We have been doing the devotion of even corporeal. And so many people can't relate to just incorporeal, they relate it to corporeal. So Brahma Baba's visions, Brahma Baba's role has been now unlimited. No, Baba used to say that when he was in Sakar, people had to travel all the way from Bombay to Madhuban to come to get advice. Now they can get advice through just meditation. So that's the advantage now. That's his role now. That he is inspiring, giving guidance, his vision, etc. Doing unlimited service. Now if you check with Dadi, who is giving her inspiration every day, and she will say Bap Dada both. Not only Shiv Baba, but Bap Dada.